just want to start this video out with saying that I am so grateful that we are nearly at 700 followers on the Instagram account. I did not think that when I started the account because I just wanted to help people through the UCAT exams, as it's not really a common exam to take. I just know that there was just one other person in my school at the time that took the exam with me. Well, not with me, but around the same time. But yes, that's the main reason, and going through dentistry, kind of seeing what my journey is, because I find it very interesting looking at other people's journeys in any career, because it's inspiring to see how people are so motivated to just get to do what they want to do, you know what I mean? But yes, so here are the questions that I asked you guys to ask me. So they may not be the exact same because I tried to take them down as fast as possible, and I do not have the usernames with them because I forgot to ask that. But topics that come up is stuff to do with subjects in school, moving schools, UCAT exams, how to pick a career, all those sort of stuff will come up in this video. From all the stuff that has come up, they have been asked through my questions on my story or through direct messages, because I do get a lot of direct messages about different things, but I feel like some of the stuff I will discuss now, but if this video is successful I will make another video on just one whole topic altogether, because I feel like there is a few topics that are quite broad and I would like to discuss them in full, because I feel like this video will be too long. But if you guys are interested, I will make a video on certain, there's just one topic. So I'm going to start with the first question I always get asked. It's a very common question and it came up in the questions and answers. I think at least 10 people have asked about motivation and how to stay motivated, so that is the first question. So for me, I think about my career, which is dentistry. Obviously it's very difficult, it's very high points, and I know that other people have different aspirations in different careers. They may not be as difficult, or they may be as difficult depending on their career. But I find that if I think about where I will be in 10 years time, if I just put the effort in now, how happy I will be, because if I don't put the motivation or the energy I have now, will I look back on my life and be like, wow, I regret that so much. So that is the thing that keeps me motivated. A thing I would recommend investing in or making your own version of is a bullet journal. You don't have to have the most fanciest bullet journal, it's just me because I'm a very extra person when it comes to like stationery and different things. But yeah, I try to keep a journal, and the main kind of structure I have in my journal is my study timetable, 3 things I'm grateful for, and a diary entry. So I kind of write about my feelings and different things. Obviously, write about whatever, it doesn't matter how stupid it is. No one will look at your journal. It is just for you and it's for your motivation. So I definitely recommend doing that because it has changed my life a lot. Because when I look back on stuff in September, I'm just like, wow, look how much has changed and look how much of a different person I am from just even writing down my feelings and stuff like that. But I definitely recommend maybe like making a brainstorm about why you want to do that career. And for me anyway, which it actually does help me a lot, is that I put a reminder. Yeah, I put a reminder on my phone once a week to look at that and kind of sign it. So I have like a little sign. I know this is probably really weird, but it kind of helps me stay in track to remember why I'm putting this effort in. Like you always have to remind yourself why you put this effort in, and that's where my motivation comes from. Obviously people find motivation in many different ways, from exercising, from different things like that, but that's how I stay motivated. I know it's very difficult during this time to stay motivated because it's very uncertain what is going to happen next, but in terms of staying focused and schoolwork, I'd recommend maybe just doing half an hour of study, 10 minutes break, and maybe try it if you have the money for it, I think it's the Forest app, I think it's €3, and it helps me because it keeps me track on how much study I do. But you can also have your bullet journal, which you can find any random copy in your house, and you can just put all that, all your study, all the amount of time you put into it, and you can see that. And when I see actual progress, it helps me stay motivated, it helps me stay focused because I want to keep it like that. And plus aesthetics, you know, because it looks stupid if you kind of do it, you kind of just do it once and then it doesn't, like, you know, continue. So that's where I get my motivation from. I hope that answers your question, but I know people find it in many different ways, but that's how I deal with it anyway, or how I stay motivated. But just to let you know, because this is kind of a longish question, so that's why I'm taking ages to answer this, but I do have unmotivated days. In all honesty, I did get rejected from dentistry in the UK, which definitely made me unmotivated, and sometimes you just need to take that break and focus on yourself, and it will all work out. It will definitely all work out. We all have unmotivated days, we all have unmotivated weeks, but as long as you power through that, that is the main priority. So yes, I hope that answers your question. I rambled on too much, but yes, let's go on to the next. Okay, so my next question is, what's my favorite biology topic? And my favorite biology topic is probably monera. I don't know, I just find it interesting and I just love drawing the diagrams for it. So that is one of those questions. And another one is, what is politics like as a subject? There's a lot of like society, about how society works, about politics in general. It's kind of more of an advanced CSP, which people don't like to say that. But yeah, I find it's very relaxing because I do subjects like biology and chemistry, which is quite demanding, as I suppose you have to put a lot of effort in, while politics is kind of a bit more easygoing, in my opinion anyway. And we also have like a project, the citizenship project, and yeah, so that's what politics is like. I think I did my project on homelessness. I completed it around Christmas time, so yeah, it's very interesting. It's kind of encouraged me to volunteer a lot more with charities and different things, so it's pretty cool. I really like politics. I wish I did pick another science subject, it's just because I just love science so much. But yeah, like if you're in transition year and you are thinking of picking a subject, I'd say politics is very cool. Yeah, it's a very cool subject, but it's only started out, so it's quite difficult to study in my opinion, because there hasn't been many exam papers, but I'd say that will change in the future. Another question is that, are you doing the HPAT, or did you do the HPAT? I didn't do the HPAT. I wanted to kind of do the HPAT just in case I changed my mind, and I didn't want to do dentistry anymore and I wanted to do medicine, because I did have that like I do have a few times where I'm just kind of like, oh, maybe I'd want to be a doctor instead of a dentist, but no, I didn't do the HPAT just simply because I did the UCAT, and the UCAT was pretty difficult for me, and I just thought that would be too much, because it definitely takes away from school time and stuff like that, so that's the main reason why I didn't do the HPAT. The next question is, where are you going to study dentistry? I have no idea. I literally have no idea. My first choice is Trinity for dentistry, and my second choice is Cork. Obviously there's only 2 dental courses in Ireland, which is the main reason why I applied in the UK. I did get rejected because my UCAT was below the cutoff point, which is a little embarrassing, but do you know what? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I got biomedical science in Birmingham, and I got pharmacology in Bristol, and biomedical science is my first choice, because then I will probably go into dentistry after that, but I'm not sure yet. I want to see how the leaving cert goes, and if not, if I just kind of want to go into dentistry, I'm considering Europe. I'm kind of looking into Poland and Bulgaria, but I'm really not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll change my answer in the next month or so, but we'll see how it goes. Just taking it easy and hoping for the best. So then I have another question. It's about personal statement. I think I will make a video on personal statement, but I would say definitely I'd recommend, you know, writing a few drafts, looking at it, kind of brainstorming why you want to do the topic, and a lot of hobbies you had in your life which relate to the topic. So I put down that I did a nail technician course. I'm not that good at nails, but I put that down to show my practical skills. I said that I did Irish dancing because I did teamwork, so that's my team working skills. And I also said that I work in a salon, so I know how to run a business, which kind of relates to running a clinic. And what else did I write? Oh, that I went on like student exchanges, which shows my independence. So I hope that gives you an idea, but yeah, definitely relate to a lot of stuff that's in your life that makes you have the traits of what you want to be. I think the next few questions are on like moving school. So yes, I'm gonna just kind of do a brief kind of stuff, because like how do you find being in a new school and why did you move school? So originally I was in a public school in my local area, and then I moved to a grind school which is in a city. I won't mention the school in this video, but I'd say if you look back on a few of my stories you'd probably find out. But yes, I moved school because I wanted to move in September, like from the start, have a complete fresh new year, because I really liked the school, but I didn't, because I thought I'd miss my friends, which is true. I miss my friends right now since I moved school, but there's stuff that impacted my life a bit, in my personal life, kind of impacted the change. So I decided in January to move to a new school. I just know that they have a reputation of having really good grades, and they just focus on study, which is something that I kind of needed, because having kind of a bit of a push, like people, like being in an environment of really motivated people is what really helps me anyway. I know that, you know, not everyone can afford grind school, which is totally fine. You can still do just as well, but there is a reason why people pay for it, I think personally, because the teachers are amazing, everyone's so motivated, the facilities are brilliant. I absolutely love it. But I do miss my old friends, but you know, you'll meet amazing new people. It's amazing, like it's honestly an amazing experience. I kind of want to make a full video on moving schools, just because I feel like it's a whole topic I get asked a lot. But yeah, I don't live with my parents, I live on my own. I moved out I was kind of almost 18, so I was 17, and I kind of moved out of my house. I still have all my stuff there. At the moment I'm in my actual house, but I do live alone on the weekdays up in the place near my school. I live in a student accommodation with other college students, so that's really, really cool. But yes, I think I'll make a whole video on that because it's kind of a broad topic. But then another thing is, yes, another thing that comes up is that, like, how did I kind of realize I wanted to move? So I would definitely recommend going to a revision course in the schools, because I think most grind schools, they have revision courses, so you will find out about what the teachers are like, how the school functions, and all different things. And for me, just seeing that helped me. So, like, you know, if you just paid like the amount, obviously it is expensive, but definitely by doing that, like, you know, if you're paying that amount, you're still gonna get revision, and you'll still get to see the idea before pushing a whole big payment towards something, and you might not even like it. You might miss your friends, maybe your personal life is important, and obviously your personal life is very important. It should be a factor. But yeah, I think that would definitely work. And if you want to have, like, you know, some sort of kind of grind school experience, I would recommend maybe doing the week courses, like just the small ones in the evening or in the weekends, or going to the Christmas or Easter revision courses. So I hope that answers that. But if you like this video, I will make a whole video on grind school. So the next questions are kind of on why I wanted to do dentistry. So how I found out is that in my transition year, we had the opportunity of doing 2 work placements, which is very cool. But I had loads of different career interests. I know that I always wanted to do something in the health profession. I was in medicine, dentistry, veterinary, and then I was kind of looking at journalism and marketing, all different stuff like that. But yeah, so I think my first work placement I did in the vets. I really loved it. I love pets. I love animals. Animals are just literally amazing. The only problem I had was actually working outside, because I actually didn't like that, being on the farm and stuff. Like, I love cows, they're lovely and everything, but it's just like, and the farmers were so nice. I love talking to people. I just felt like there was no kind of, there is obviously you'll have the owners of the pet and you can talk to them and stuff, but I felt like I wanted more kind of human interaction. I know that I couldn't get any work placements in the hospital. Like, I was interested in nursing and endocrinology and stuff like that, but I couldn't get that, so I was just kind of like, you know what, maybe I'll try dentistry, because there was a talk in our school. There's a lady and she was a dentist and she made it sound amazing, like an amazing career, and I was like, wow, I never thought of dentistry like that. So you always should be open to new things, because I never thought about dentistry until transition year, until I kind of experienced that. So I definitely do recommend transition year if you want to if you're kind of stuck on what to do, because transition year has helped me so much to find out what I wanted to do, and that really helped me stay motivated. But yeah, I kind of just went and I don't know, what should you say, I kind of threw myself in the deep end, and I just said, I'll go to my family dentist, and I stayed there for the week, and it was the best week of transition year. I'd say it was the best moment in transition year, was finding out about dentistry and how interesting it is and how it impacts and changes people's lives. Like, there was a guy and he came in and he was a bit insecure about his smile. I think his tooth came out or something, and afterwards he just felt like, wow, like he felt so happy and ecstatic about his new smile, and I was like, wow, that's something I want to do for the rest of my life. So that's how I kind of went into really liking dentistry. Another thing is what I would like to do in dentistry. I'm kind of interested in orthodontics. I'm kind of interested in veneers and like stuff like that, because I think it'd be really cool to kind of, there's obviously like, people, they might have a toothache and stuff like that. Like, that's okay. Like, it'll be able to help them relieve their pain. That's interesting. But no, I really want to change people's smiles, because I feel like, changing someone's insecurity is amazing for me anyway, and making them feel a lot happier. So that is the reason why I want to do dentistry. And another one is just kind of like, would I prefer to be abroad to study dentistry? To be honest, it doesn't really matter for me if it's abroad or if it's here, as long as I get dentistry, because I know that that's the main reason. Like, it's the career more than the college itself, so it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. And maybe going abroad is a new, different experience, and I'll be able to share that with people for the rest of my life, and it'll be unforgettable. So yeah, so my next question is, what is my favourite subject? And I'm kind of in between biology and chemistry, because there's parts of chemistry I really love and there's parts of biology I really love, but I do love biology and chemistry. They are my favourite subjects. I would study them all day. Like, I literally would study them all day. I find them really interesting. And another question I think was, it was, what is my backup course if I do not get dentistry? So my backup course is pharmacy, biomedical science, or science teaching, because I feel like they'd be pretty suitable for me. I don't know, because I just love science anyway, so anything science would be suitable for me. So I'm getting some kind of just to do with study tips that just kind of related to motivation. So first off, I'd say get motivation. Look at videos, look at study accounts, look at all that. Like, once you see that and see their progress, or see how inspiring they are and how you want to be inspiring yourself, because that kind of helps me, is that if I feel like I'm inspiring others, that kind of motivates me. So yeah, I'd say what I do is, for most subjects, I make flashcards. because they're simple, they're easy, they don't take too long. So like you could just make them, go through them 10 minutes every day. Like it doesn't take that long. And then once you've kind of completed that and you're like, wow, this is good, this is drilled in my head, then you would go and do the exam papers. And then the answers you get wrong, you will remember them. And like I would definitely say kind of the first maybe question, maybe have like the book with you to answer that, and then after that I would try and not use it in my notes anymore with the exam questions, because you're testing yourself and you want to see the knowledge you have. So seeing the gaps in the knowledge and seeing the real kind of stuff you're getting wrong, then you'll be able to see that and you'll be able to correct it. So I think that when you get stuff wrong, you tend to remember them better. So that's another study tip. And I'd say definitely kind of find a good environment to study, because I know if I don't have a good environment, I can't study. But I know that's kind of impossible now with quarantine. I'm lucky to be an only child and I don't have siblings, that could be annoying me, but yeah, that is my so another question is, how do I spend my days during quarantine? So I was watching Netflix. I was watching Love is Blind. That is a really cool show. And I finished Elite. But yeah, I haven't really watched Netflix, because normally when I'm studying and then as a break I would watch Netflix or YouTube. But I haven't really actually done that because I'm not studying. I'm kind of focusing on friends, which is, you may find that a bit strange, but kind of sometimes I get into a routine of just studying constantly and not talking to people, and you kind of get in a bit of a sad kind of moment. But I would definitely recommend, if you feel like you put in a lot of effort into study and you feel like maybe you don't have time for friends, I'd say do it now since you have the extension. But yeah, I did that and I made new friends. There's people I used to never talk to, and for some reason we just started talking and now we're like really close. So like everything is like, I'd say definitely take out time, call people, talk to people you've never talked to. You'd be surprised on how like the amount of people that could be different to you, but you get on so well, which is shout out to Bissy, because I never thought I'd be friends with him, but now we're really close. So that just shows you what I've been doing. I also walk my dogs. I think that's normally what I do. I play Club Penguin with my friends, which you might find strange, but hey, if you want to 1v1 on Club Penguin, I'm up for it. But yeah, that's all I've been really doing. Maybe listening to music, finding new music tastes. I've been trying to just try new things, being open with different things. So that's how I spent my quarantine. Okay, so this is the last question before I get onto my assumptions about me. But it's how to study for the UCAT. So I will make a whole video on this, I think, if you guys like this video. I keep saying that. But yes, how to study for the UCAT, I recommend using Medify to start off with. They're a really good website and it's very accurate to what the UCAT is. So you can just keep practicing them. It's like pretty, like, out of all the things you could do, it's the cheapest option, I think. Or using the UCAT questions online, but I would recommend keeping that until closer to the exam date, because that's basically your mock exams. But I used Medify, and if you're finding it difficult, then I would resort to going to a course. I have a kind of a thing where I do not like Kaplan, because I just felt like the course was it was a very long course. Like UCAT is something that will take you a while to kind of get a grasp of, but just doing it in 2 days and for the price of it is very expensive when there's other options out there. I really recommend Medic Mind because it takes, I think it was 30 days of tutoring. I did 40 hours and I did around 2 hours every single day. But yeah, I would recommend them if you're finding it difficult, because I found it very difficult. But Another kind of thing I wish I did was start studying earlier, doing it through the summer 5th year and doing the exam in 5th year, rather than kind of letting it drag on and doing it in like kind of the end of September. You're kind of just settling into 6th year, and it's very difficult to do that while doing an exam that is so important in your life, you know. Okay, so we're going to go into the assumptions about me. You're very hardworking and really smart. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm very smart. I do know people that are kind of naturally smart, where like they can kind of go with very little study and they can still do very well, which I do envy. That is really cool. I wish I could be like that, but unfortunately not. I am a person that has to put in the effort. I have to keep doing the papers, I have to keep looking over notes, I have to do all that sort of thing, because that's the way I kind of retain stuff, because it is a memory test in the end of the day, unfortunately. But yeah, that's how, like, when I was in junior cert I was terrible, so like I was not the best student. But I'd say when I got into leaving cert and getting subjects I actually it got better, but it definitely was a lot of hard work. Like in 5th year I was studying a lot more than I am actually now, but I just realised how ridiculous it kind of is. But I did work, I got good grades, and yeah, I wouldn't say I'm smart, but I would say I do work hard. Even though that may sound cocky, but I do put in the effort. When I do put in the effort, it does work. I forgot to put this, but I think was best moment in transition year. Apart from what's it called? Yeah, apart from work experience, I'd say the best moment in TY would have to be the musical. Even though I did not play a big part in the musical, it was just a moment in time where friends were just amazing, and it was just a really happy moment in time for me anyway. I thought it was really cool. We just had so many amazing memories, so I'd say the musical was definitely my favourite part of transition year. And another one I find funny now, this is Stephanie's favourite. I'm definitely not Stephanie's favourite. I have forgot to do her mock paper, which is really bad because I had to catch up on all my English stuff, but I'm definitely not Stephanie's favourite, and shout out to you, Sophia. So this is the last one. You're an I do yoga and meditate person. That is the opposite of me. Unfortunately, I wish I could do yoga, I wish I could meditate, but unfortunately I do not. We used to do it in school and I would just stay awake or laugh at my friends. I literally cannot do that. Instead, I tend to write in my bullet journal, or I'm just like a mad person and I will literally play music and put Christmas lights on and just dance. That is the literal thing that I would do. And yeah, I'm actually not a yoga and meditate person. A lot of people think that I'm very kind of like that sort of thing, but actually I am not. I am a mad person. So unfortunately, that's the case. Really sorry, my foot is like dead or something. What's that? Pins and needles right now. But anyway, we've come to the end of the video. I tried to answer all the questions, but some of them kind of relate to each other. But I hope that answers all your questions. I really enjoyed making this video and I hope you like this. I don't know what to say because I actually don't know if I'm going to be making this an actual YouTube study account sort of thing, but I hope you guys liked it. Maybe subscribe. I have no idea how this works, but yeah. So follow my Instagram at Prettynoteswithc, because that's probably most likely where you actually come from, because I'd say majority of the viewers are my Instagram followers. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, just send me a message on Instagram or like comment on this video. I'm not sure. I know that a lot of you guys prefer direct messages because you can send me long paragraphs or voice messages, and keep sending your messages. I really enjoy answering them and I love helping you guys. So yes, I hope you all stay safe, wash your hands, or I don't know what to say, but yeah, that's really the end of my video, and thanks.